Now, this is the show that's got a lot of people feeling a little hot under the collar. Eamon's flicking through the book and said it's filthy.
It's disgusting.
Be careful, because we're talking to the author.
No, I am, but it's still disgusting. She knows it is.
You see, one person's filthy is not necessarily another person's filthy.
It's another person's eroticism.
Yeah, well, quite.
And in this case, it's another person's real-life experiences.
It is, and it is called Sex Live. Let's have a little look, and then we'll be talking to BB Easton. This was based on her book. So those were just the little bits that we could show on a daytime show. And we're going to the USA now to be joined by author BB Easton. It's her original book, 44 chapters about 4 men, that inspired this series. Good morning. What time is it with you, actually? I'm saying good morning, BB. What time is it?
The sun has not come up yet. It's about 6 a.m.
OK, so thank you very much for getting up so early.
Well, what I want to know,
pleasure.
Has husband Ken got up yet?
Oh, no. Ken is still tucked away.
Good, so we can talk
about anything now, so we can. The thing is, BB, this is amazing. What an amazing success, and there you are with this series on Netflix now, as well as the book. So these are 44 chapters about 4 men, none of which is your husband Ken, if I'm interpreting this correctly.
One of the 4 men is Ken.
Oh, thank goodness Ken gets a look in there.
Okay,
what does Ken think about reading about the other 3 then?
Ken has not read the book, which is probably why we are still happily married.
Oh, OK.
We have an agreement. OK,
let's talk about the book. When did you write it? Why did you write it? Just briefly explain to people what it's about.
Well, I was a school psychologist. I had 2 little kids, a 4-month-old and a 3-year-old, and my husband had a full-time job, and we were just in that phase of our life where you are in the trenches. Anybody who's had a baby or multiple babies knows there's a point where you just don't get to be yourself for a while. You exist for these other people. And at night while I was nursing, I was reading all of these books to try to stay awake, and stumbled upon romance and realized I dated these guys. I dated a lot of these guys. I could write these stories without even making anything up. And so I started just journaling stories about my exes, stories about, you know, when I was young and free and didn't have someone attached to me 24/7. And it was just supposed to be for myself. But it brought me so much joy to kind of, it helped me form a bridge between this existence I was living in and the girl that I used to be.
Yeah. So it wasn't that you didn't love your husband, Ken. It wasn't that you were bored with your life. You just got into that slight humdrum. And this was taking you back to more exciting times. That's all you thought it was going to do at that point?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was just for me. And it really did help me feel like I was still that same funny, spunky girl that I used to be, because I didn't feel that way. I felt exhausted and disgusting.
Okay, so
when you look back at those other relationships, though, were they really fun and funky? Because if they were, why didn't they last?
They were fun, and they also left me sobbing on the bathroom floor when they were over. So there's a scene in the show where Sarah Shahi is thinking back about her exes, and they cut to this really quick clip of her like with like her head in her best friend's lap and like snot and tears. And you do that enough times and you realize, like, maybe I should try a new type of guy.
Maybe he's not for me. We've all been there. So you said your husband Ken hasn't read the book, but what he did do was read your diary that you'd done on your laptop, which you didn't know was happening. So tell us about that.
Exactly. So in my sleep-deprived new mom state, I guess I had left my little ex-boyfriend diary out on my laptop because one night I was coming down the stairs after feeding my daughter, and I heard my laptop slam shut, and came around the corner, and Ken is sitting on the couch like this, and my laptop's on the coffee table, and I was like, well, I'm getting divorced. We had a good run. I don't know what he read, but it wasn't great. And I was on eggshells for the next until the next day. And he came home from work and said, I got a babysitter. We're going out, go pump, just like in the show. And it really we never really talked about it, but I would write things in the journal, and then a couple of days later, Ken would kind of act some of those things out. And it really became this like communication tool for us and helped us kind of spice things up and reconnect. in a really weird way. So I was like, I'm going to keep doing this forever.
Now, there's a lot of the country will have seen an extract from the Netflix series because we have a terrestrial show called Gogglebox here, and it reviews programmes, and it showed a clip of a man in a shower, and honestly it frightened everybody who looked at it, really. And I looked at this and I thought, that is an actor who is hired not for his acting ability but for, obviously, for the size of his appendage, really, which was scary, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Wasn't it? Yeah, did he really exist?
But was he one of my exes, or does that actor really possess that?
It looked to me as if he really possessed it.
I will neither confirm nor deny what you saw in episode 3, because for selfish reasons, I'm enjoying the speculation so much. The TikTok like viral videos and Gogglebox. So I'm going to keep this going for myself because
good for you. I love it.
To watch everybody.
So this has been hugely successful on Netflix. It's in the top 10 already. How exciting has it been for you?
It's been surreal. Like I said, I was a school psychologist, so this wasn't a dream that I ever even had. And, you know, Ken and I watched the series together before it came out, and we're sitting on our like 14-year-old couch with like milk spilled on it and baby vomit and whatever, and watching these supermodels on TV who are supposed to represent us as we're like in our sweatpants. It was so amazing, so surreal. We are just having the time of our lives. We're just along for the ride.
Literally. OK. BB, thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
You,
continued success with all of this. Sex/Life, 44 chapters about 4 men. It is a book, and it is a Netflix TV series, and it is by the lady you've just seen there, BB Easton.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. I love that. It's funny.